Hello and welcome to today's episode of Top Rated Recruiter Spotlight. I'm Adam Conrad, founder and CXO of Great Recruiters, and joined with me today is Shaunna Nastassi. And let me tell you about Shaunna. She has a 4.9 star rating, 44 reviews, 100% recommendation rate. And here is why people love working with Shaunna. I'm gonna lay this out. I have worked with many agents at 7 different agencies since 2006 when I started with agency nursing. Of all, she has been by far the best. She is very knowledgeable about the market and the facility she staffs, and I've come to rely on her advice. That's outstanding feedback. But Shaunna, welcome to Great Recruiters Spotlight. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and thank you for doing all the great work out there.
Thank you.
Quite honestly, um,
Yeah.
hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've been a recruiter at TRS for 10 years. I have a dental background, so getting into nursing sales was a little bit different for me. But I'm located in Northwest Arkansas. I have 4 kids, 3 grandkids with a fourth one on the way. Um, love what I do and love helping every day the best I can.
That's great. And
Yeah.
what's your origin story? How did you get into the staffing industry?
So, the director of HR for TRS is actually one of my really good friends. We go to church together, and she knew I was kind of looking for a career change at the time. I was a dental hygienist, had been a dental hygienist for 12 years. She's like, "You should try to really come work for TRS. Like, you'd be a great salesperson, a great recruiter." And I was like, "I don't know anything about sales. I don't know anything." So she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you know more than what you think." And I love talking to people. I loved helping people in the dental side of things. And so it just came really natural for me to apply and have conversations and to help nurses kind of find their path. So yeah.
And when you're talking to candidates, was it different for you not having them laying on their back with their mouth wide open and
Yeah, it
apparatus?
was
I got a little
a
bit
little
better of
easier
a
to understand
conversation,
them.
a little bit easier to understand, right? No, I love
Yes,
that.
for sure. So surprisingly enough, you could actually really understand what somebody's saying with their mouth open. So it kind of works out
Well,
pretty good.
my mom was a dental hygienist, so
Oh, okay.
it's great.
Yes.
I love it. I'm just
Yes.
thinking about the conversations that I've had at the
Mhm.
dentist. So anyway,
Yes, yes. It's a little different being over the phone versus in your mouth, but it's all good. It's all still relating to people and getting people comfortable with you.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
up close and personal to have somebody be up in your business. So, being able to ask questions and recruit and just talk to nurses and find out their why is just it's been really natural and easy for me to do that. So,
No, that's awesome.
yeah.
And what's your in within the healthcare staffing vertical? Like, what's your background and expertise? What do you focus on?
So I focus on all specialties of nurses and allied. So I do some respiratory imaging techs as well, um, LPNs and RNs. When I first started into TRS, I actually helped build the profiles before I got into recruiting. So I did the kind of profile part of it just to kind of learn the
Yeah.
background, and then went into recruiting and did really well. I even was a recruiting manager at TRS for 3 years, and then went back down to recruiting because I missed it so much. So, um, but yeah, that's basically
That's
all
great.
specialties, all nurses. Any way I can help you, I want to try to help. So
And do you recruit nationwide, or is there a
I do.
specific region you focus on? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, nationwide, whatever. Initially I always try to look for what the nurse is looking for, ideally, but then having some backup plans just in case, because nothing's ever 100%. So just
Right.
kind of help navigating, what their ultimate goal is and helping them get there.
Awesome.
So.
And how has Great Recruiters benefited you as a recruiter?
It's been interesting. Having have done this for 10 years, we went pre-COVID, COVID, and then post-COVID. And so, during that COVID time, it was such a stressful time for everybody, even recruiters. I think a lot of people lose sight of just what all we went through too, just trying to get some of these hospitals staffed and help these nurses because
Yeah.
it was just a crazy time for everybody. And so, really being able to take a step back and not be burnout. Like, there for a while, I was kind of burnt out of it, but Great
Yeah.
Recruiters has helped me, like, I'm doing this the right way. I'm getting good feedback and people like working with me and what I'm doing and what I'm saying, and so it's making an impact, and that's I'm super thankful for that.
So unpack that a little bit, because you're not the first person to say that.
Mhm.
Recruiting, there are tough days. I've been in the industry for 25
Yeah.
years. There are tough
Yeah.
days, and what does that feedback mean to you? Like, how does it help you stay motivated?
Yeah, it does just that. I mean, it actually encourages me to just keep pushing, keep having the conversations. It's not always going to be 100% every day. You're going
Right.
to have people where it just doesn't work out, and that's okay. You have to be able to move on and have those tough conversations and find the next candidate, that you need to find for that job. So ultimately we're trying to make sure these hospitals and the patients get the care that they need, and
Yeah. And
finding a good fit for that. So having that encouraging, like, thank you so much for helping me. You've changed my life. TRS has helped me buy my first house. TRS has helped me pay off my debt. All
yeah.
these things. I'm like, wow, we are doing something really big here. And until you're doing it, but until you see and read those words, it gives it a different meaning. It just hits home a little bit more. So
Yeah. Are you surprised at the depth of feedback people are willing to give you?
yes, I am. I am. It's one of those things I always tell my nurses. They're like, "Hey, can we ask for this, that, and the other?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, you don't. Let's ask. We don't know until we ask. The answer could come back and it be no, but at least we tried."
Right.
And so it's kind of the same thing with getting reviews and everything. It's like, oh, I never thought to ask somebody to really tell me how I was doing, to review
Right.
me and see if I'm doing this the right way and giving them what they need and what they want. So it's nice. I love the feedback. That's really good.
And how do you handle like nothing's perfect in this world,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
And you can't
Hmm.
make everybody happy. It's humans
Yeah.
working with humans. How
Yep.
do you how do you respond to the feedback when maybe it's not a five-star review?
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think constructive criticism is necessary. I think nobody ever has anything figured out 100%, and you're not perfect. But to help me learn where I can grow too. I mean, I have been doing this a really long time, but again, I'm always willing to learn, take whatever feedback I need. And obviously, I don't sometimes handle things, 100%, but I definitely try, and they know it's coming from the right place, whatever the situation is. So I'll
Right.
take all and any feedback I can get to just be better. So,
I love it. And
yeah.
and what does being named top rated mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, again, it just helps me realize that I'm in the right seat and I'm doing the right job. I'm doing what I'm
Yeah.
meant to do. And
Yeah.
so that just the job satisfaction is key. I wake up every morning and I love to come to work. I love having the conversations. I love meeting new people, meeting the nurses, and a lot of these nurses I'm really good friends with. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, so I've been to their weddings. I have sent gifts for their babies. They're, you know, if I can take them to lunch and they're close, I do that. I try to just really develop that connection. And so being named top, great recruiter is it's really special.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you think it means to your candidates?
Um, I like to think it means something to them too. I think it's something they can be proud of. Like, hey, look at my recruiter. She's like in the top, top 10 or top 5, whatever it is. And
Right.
I think they take pride in that too. I mean, I get a ton of referrals as it is. And so it's nice to give them a little extra something too that, I picked a good choice. I picked Shauna. She was referred to me, or, she happened to
Yeah.
pick up the phone when I called TRS, and I like to think they're proud.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And you know as well as I, there's a ton of recruiters in the industry. There's a
Hmm.
lot of choices that travelers can make. And
Um,
what should a candidate expect when they're working with you?
with me, you can expect clear communication. I'm always available, and if I'm not, I will let people know that I can't answer right now for whatever reason. But if you answer me, I'm going to guide you in the right direction, and I'm going to help your career path, whatever that is. We always say we want to help you find your something bigger, whatever that
I
is. So,
love
what is
that.
your ultimate goal for you to travel? Obviously, you want to
Right.
make the most money, but what are you trying to get? Are you wanting to retire early? Are you wanting to pay off your, all those things, and just helping you obtain that is the ultimate goal for me.
Understand perfect purpose above pay. The pay will always
Absolutely.
come, but when you
Mhm.
connect to that purpose, it's
Yeah,
so much more fulfilling. And
absolutely.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
obviously and your review said it. I mean, I've come to rely on the advice that Sean
Okay.
has given me. So if you're looking for a travel nurse and recruiter, Shauna is it.
Yeah.
She can also help you if you have any dental questions.
Yes.
Uh, and
Yes.
ask yourself, did I invite my recruiter to my wedding? I mean, this is the kind of person you're getting
Yep.
with Shauna.
That's
So
right. That's right.
I
I'd be
love it.
there. I'd be there in a heartbeat, and I'll help you figure out if you need a root canal or not. It'll be perfect.
That's awesome. Well, hey,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming
Yeah.
on and sharing with us. And again,
Thank you.
congratulations on being
Thank
named
you.
top rated.
Thanks.
Obviously, you're doing something really good for your candidates and community. And I just wish you all the best here in 2024.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Cheers.
All right. Bye.